Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Kwakutach, and double honors to the Apostle of JMS, and to the bishops, the elders, and all the sincere brethren that labor in the truth across the world, and to all the sincere brethren and sisters that listen to the truth. And I pray this lesson be another edifying lesson to the flocks, and wherever the Most High want to this message, let it be heard. And before I begin the lesson, I will introduce the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh. And the name is mean He exists. And the true name of the Son is Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which means the Redeemer or the Deliverer. And His only coming to redeem His people, which is the nation of Israel. And in today's age, we identify them as the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, which scattered all four corners of the world. And it looks like the nations also practice the custom of the other nations. And with that, that would be it for the introduction of the lesson. And for today's lesson the title is Stand Your Ground No Matter What. So we're gonna see that in the book of 1 Corinthians 16 and 13, basically. No matter whatever you're going through, man, you must stand your ground, even though life is hard. Because a lot of people think when they come in this truth and knowledge, they think their life's supposed to be easy, man. They don't want to face adversities, man, or whatever little hell they catch up. They just want to flat out give up. So basically, it doesn't work like that. So let's see what the book of 1 Corinthians 16 and 13 says. And it says, "Be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong." So basically, we have to stand fast. We have to be on guard. We have to be firm. Whatever you're facing, even though you get family trouble, your work, your woman, or whatever you're dealing with, man, you gotta stand firm, basically. And he said, be courageous. Always be courageous, man. Because sometime before we walk in the truth, man, we used to be super worldly, or we just didn't know any better, and we used to get away with stuff, man. Because now when you come to the truth, man, you see like things that you used to do, you can no longer do them anymore, man. You have to be like on a completely different mindset. So that's why when you read the book of Ecclesiastes 2 verse 1, what does it say? It says, my son, when you come to serve Yahweh, you have to prepare yourself for temptations. So you're gonna be ready for those temptation mentally. Like when you were in the world, you used to go to you used to have temptations, but you used to break. You used to get overcome by them. But now that you know the truth, you don't get overcome. Well, you still get your temptation double, I should say, man. But what do? Now you prepare yourself for it, man. How do you prepare yourself? You prepare yourself by praying without ceasing, by asking the Most High Yahweh for mercy, by asking Him to give you the strength of endurance to endure it to the very end, basically. And also by standing your ground, and by becoming courageous and strong, basically. So the next one is let's see, Philippians 1 and 27. Let me see. Philippians 1 verse 7. And he says, "Above all, you must live as citizens of heaven, conducting yourself in a manner worthy of the good news about Yahushua." So you have to conduct yourself like a citizen of heaven. So you cannot be function like you're not in the world anymore. Because when you used to in the world, you used to do worldly things. You used to get away with certain things you used to do. But once you're in the truth, man, or once Heavenly Father Yahweh woke you up and give you this truth, you must live the world beyond, and behave like a citizen of heaven. Conducting yourself in a manner worthy of the good news. You have to conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the good news, which is the truth about Yahushua. Then whether I come and see you again, or only whether I come and see you again, or only hear about you, I will know that you are standing together with one spirit and one purpose, fighting together for the faith which is the good news. So that was Paul that was talking to Philippians, but that message go to the world, to all of us. That's part of the truth, man. We have to behave ourselves like a citizen of heaven, and we have to continue standing firm, standing our ground, basically, and we have to continue to keep on fighting. Because like right now, especially in the times that we are right now, we are the last end. So that's the time that you're supposed to be even stronger. We're supposed to be more firm. We're supposed to keep praying, because each and every day we were waking up and we are one step closer to the kingdom, which means we are one step closer to this kingdom demise, which is the Edomite kingdom, and we are one step closer to our forever kingdom, basically. So we have to keep getting ourselves in that mode, in that spirit, basically. Let's see, 2 Thessalonians 2:15, and 2 Thessalonians 2:15. What does it says? It says, "With all these things in mind, dear brothers, stand firm and keep a strong grip on the teaching we passed on to you, both in person and by letter." So all these verses that I'm reading says basically pretty much the same thing. It says stand firm no matter what. And also, when you stand firm, you're not just standing firm for yourself, man. You're not just praying that you stay in the truth. You also have to pray for your fellow brethren that are in this truth as well, because you're not the only one that's in your current situations. All members of the hopeful are in the same boat, basically. We might have different struggles, but however, all our struggle is going to lead us to one area, which is the kingdom. So when you're praying to the Most High, you endure to the very end. You also have to pray for your fellow brethren to endure also to the very end, to stay strong, because we are all part of the same team, basically. So encourage one another, basically. You see that in the book of 2 Thessalonians 5:11. Stand firm and keep on a strong grip on the teaching. So on the teaching, which is the word, basically, we pass on to you both in person, like the word that you read on person, or when you go on the highways and byways, you see the man of the Lord preaching, you standing there, or when you're watching it online, or by letters, basically. In the ancient world by letter, but now we're talking about online. And I'm gonna read Ephesians 6:18, which is talking about with all prayer and supplication. Ephesians 6 and Ephesians 6:18, which says, "Pray in the Spirit at all times and every occasion." So at every little chance that you get, you have to keep praying in every occasion. You gotta stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere. So you also have to be alert and persistent in all your prayers, basically, and also for all believers everywhere. So you have to pray not only for yourself, for all believers. Believer means like a fellow or brethren, fellow, hopefully, like, basically. So pray for yourself and also the rest of the body, basically. Because what we're fighting for, man, we almost here. We have a great reward that's awaiting for us, man. When you read the book of James 1:12, basically, he says, it's gonna be the last one, James 1:12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endure temptation." So we know that the Heavenly Father Yahweh bless those that endure temptations. For when he is tried, so basically when we was tempted, when we was tested, or when we go into that fire, guess what? He shall receive the crown of life. So basically, we're gonna receive the crown of life after all those things that you go through. There's a great reward that's waiting for us, man, which the Lord promised to them that love Him. So that reward is the crown of life, which means we're gonna be living forever and ever. And also, when you read the book of Matthew 19:27, it's like whatever you sacrifice on that side, you're gonna receive it 100-fold, basically, which the Lord hath promised to them that love Him, which the Heavenly Father Yahweh has promised to those who love Him, and also that do His will. So basically, that's it for a lesson, man. I pray that's another edifying lessons of flocks, and whether the Most High want to this message that will be heard. And with that, I can say, Shalom.